On this beautiful sunny Miami morning, I decided to pay Metro transfer station a visit. Miami Metro Rail is a key transfer port on the Tri-Rail corridor to the Miami Metro Rail, which can take you down to downtown Miami and Dadeland. I was here to catch O721, a weekday local that runs from Hialeah Yard down to Homestead. Here he is in the yard. My first catch of the day was Tri-Rail P633, southbound train to Miami Airport, led by engine number 819, one of Tri-Rail's new BL36PH units. As soon as he left, CSX O721 pulled out of the engine shops and began to back into its first set of cars.
I made two more, I get my bag. One. That'll be good right here.
My second catch was Tri-Rail P634, headed northbound to Magonia Park. While I was watching him come in, I didn't even notice the nearby train exiting Hialeah Yard. Tri-Rail adds an extra service during evening and morning rush hours. This was Tri-Rail locomotive number 818, exiting the yard and headed to Miami Airport Station, where it would begin service and return later.
At 818, approach me in Irish, approach 71st, strap 2 south. 78, approach BMI, approach 71st. Oh, yeah.
The engineer seemed oddly excited about honking the horn at the crossing nearby. After the out-of-service Tri-Rail passed the station, Tri-Rail P634 began to depart Metro Transfer Station. You can also see that CSX O721 picked up 2 lumber cars at Hialeah Yard and is preparing to reverse back into a string of hopper cars. This train had Tri-Rail locomotive number 816 trailing and a 4-car Bombardier consist.
32 approach limited, intermediate time for strap 1 north out. And reach.
CSX O721 continued backing up into the rock hoppers. On your left, you can also see Tri-Rail P634 as it makes its way to Magonia Park. Another Tri-Rail train came in. This was train P636 bound for Magonia Park, northbound. At this point, there was still one more train that had to pass for CSX O721 to depart the yard. This was Tri-Rail train P635 with engine number 817 leading. At last, CSX O721 got the clear to depart Hialeah Yard, but not before he had to get the clear to enter Homestead subdivision. The Homestead subdivision is a single track main with no sidings. Therefore, only one train can enter the Homestead subdivision. CSX O721 had to get what is called an EC1, which is exclusive trackage permission on the Homestead sub from the RTA dispatcher. At this point, it began to get extremely overcast in this area. So much for that sunny Florida weather. At last, he turned on his ditch lights and prepared to enter the main line. At this point, I noticed that there was something wrong. He was beginning to slow down, and eventually he would stop. The reason is because he had a red signal for the upcoming iris interlocking. Iris interlocking is a quadruple diamond for Florida East Coast and CSX. I turned around and realized that there was a Florida East Coast train coming. I could see clearly into Iris. This was Florida East Coast locomotives number 711 and 715. This is the Port of Miami job that goes down to Dodge Island and the Port of Miami. The headlights are from Tri-Rail P638, a northbound train to Begonia Park.
4651, clear out here at Iris. Approach limit 79, track 1, northbound.
The moment that I had been waiting for. CSX O717 was cleared through Iris interlocking and down to the Homestead subdivision. Some things were uncommon about the train today, like how the lead engine was a newer CSX locomotive. Usually they're older CSX locomotives, just like the trailing unit. The second thing that was unusual was how many rock hoppers were on this train today. There was probably over 80 rock hoppers on this train today. Usually there's a little bit more variety, but apparently the Chrome Quarry down in Homestead needed rock hoppers. The horn that you can hear in the background is Tri-Rail P638. P638, visible from in between the rock hoppers, had engine number 818 trailing. This was a BL36PH unit recently purchased by Tri-Rail.
We have a punch here. And it's top of track 1.
Tri-Rail P638 then departed from the track on the other side of the train. This train was a northbound that would go to Magonia Park.
Dispatch road 721 11 over.
The one thing that I found surprising about this train was the lack of graffiti. Although there were a few cars that were spray painted, the rest were pretty clean. By this time there was a very heavy rain falling. The last train of the day was Tri-Rail train P637. This is Trainmanrisko out.